It is time for, it's gonna be easy yoga, light stretching. Again, we're just getting right back in the saddle of things, back in action. I'm trying to think of all my back puns. Spread your knees a little bit, your belly between the thighs, child's pose. So extend your arms out as far as you can, relaxing that low back. Each time you inhale, feel your belly expand between your thighs. As you exhale, feel that abdomen compress and the rib cage sink closer to the floor. Let's do 3 big breaths. Come on up to your hands and knees. So hands directly under the shoulders, knees directly under the hips. We're going to do cat and cow. So this is not a relaxed position. We're going to push the ground away with the heels of my hands, push. And I'm going to tuck my chin under, top of my head to the floor, tuck my pelvis under, tip of the tailbone to the floor. I'm still actively pushing the ground away with the heels of my hands. Now, tighten those abdominal muscles like you're sucking spaghetti through the belly button. Separate the shoulder blades, flatten the lower abdomen, push the ground away with the heels of your hands, and return to neutral. Once again, neutral is not a relaxed position. I'm still pushing the ground away with the heels of my hands. I'm making sure I'm not sagging my low back as well. I'm staying tight in the abs. Now we're going to do reverse, cow. Top of your head, tip of your tailbone to the sky. So I'm looking up with my head. Now I'm not going to collapse with my low back. I'm going to take my pelvis and point my tailbone up. Okay, so I didn't collapse in my low back. All I did was take my tailbone up. I don't have a lot of movement in my spine. So you may have a little bit more movement than me without collapsing, and that's okay. And return to neutral. So my neutral position, ears, shoulders, hip joints, all in a straight line, actively pushing that ground away. Cat stretch, chin to chest, push the ground away, top of the head to the floor, tip of the tailbone to the floor, draw your belly button in, compress the abdomen, try to separate the shoulder blades and stretch the low back, return to neutral. Again, this is active. I'm not relaxed. Top of the head, tip of the tailbone to the sky. I'm remaining active. I'm opening up my abdomen, my throat. And at the same time, I can feel every single muscle from the tip of my tailbone to the tip of my top of my spine, right underneath my skull, and neutral. Chin to chest, cat, abdominal muscles tight. Draw the belly button in, flatten, compress the lower abdomen. And neutral. Now use those back muscles. Tip of the tailbone, top of the head up, shoulder blades together, and down towards the spine, lengthening the neck. Continue to push that ground away. Neutral, child's pose. Now you can relax. Right there. Take both hands over to the right, and I want you to find a stretch from your left pinky all the way through the elbow, shoulder, rib cage, all the way to the hip bone. Center. Now take those arms to the other side. Again, lengthening from the pinky to the hip bone. and center. Back on those hands and knees. Hands directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly under the hips. Take your right hand behind the head. So I'm in a tabletop, but I'm a three-legged table, not very stable, so I really have to keep my core tight, not just my abs, but my back as well, the core. Elbow, elbow to elbow, touch. So it's not elbow to wrist, not elbow to forearm, but elbow to elbow. Now look away. Rotate away, sliding your shoulder blade towards the spine, and then elbow to elbow. And look away, sliding the shoulder blade towards the spine, and elbow to elbow. Look away, slide that shoulder blade towards the spine, and replace those hands. Switch sides. Opposite hand behind the head. Again, stabilizing with your core, not just your abs, but your back as well. Elbow to elbow. Touch. Again, not the forearm, not the wrist. And look away and rotate through the spine just a little bit, sliding your shoulder blade towards the spine, and then elbow to elbow. Touch. Look away, slide that shoulder blade towards the spine. Touch. And look away. And replace those hands. Child's pose. Ooh. So this time we're going to take our left hand underneath the right arm, thread it through, look up to the sky, rotating through the spine. Now take your right hand, crisscross over the left, so my elbows are crossing one another, and I'm just going to place my face right on the towel, smushing my arms. It's a technical term. Left hand forward, reach. Right hand, slide underneath that arm. Rotate that spine. That should feel amazing. And now that left arm crisscrosses on top, crossing over those elbows. And then once again, forehead down and smush. Sit back, hips to the heels, extend your arms forward. And come on up to your hands and knees. Hands directly under the shoulders, knees directly under the hips. Push the ground away, solid. Think of yourself as a solid table that somebody could stand on. Okay? So always be active in those hands all the way up. Never allow the rib cage to sag or sink. Push away. Take your right hand, extend it forward, thumb up. Take your left foot, slide it back, shoelaces down. Now, you have a martini glass resting between your shoulder blades. Fill to the rim, do not spill. Lift your limbs 2 to 4, maybe even 6 inches off the floor, lengthening from the tip of your finger to the tip of the toe. I don't care how high they go, I want you to think long thoughts. And then slowly lower. Do not spill that drink. Replace. Do not spill that drink. Now switch. Left hand forward, thumbs up. Remain active in that right hand. Slide the right foot back, shoelaces down. And again, lengthen through those limbs up. Only lifting 2, 4, maybe 6 inches. Keep that right hip bone pointing down. These are really good pants because you can tell when I'm cheating. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Without spilling that drink, lower. Return your limbs. Now go ahead and spill that drink. Cat. And neutral. Okay, try that again. Right hand, thumb, left foot, shoelaces down, lift and balance. Right elbow, left knee, touch. And now extend. Balance. Touch. Hold it. Get your foot off the floor. Extend. Balance. Touch. Left foot off the floor. Extend. Balance. Return. Tabletop. Child's pose this time. Back on your hands and knees. Now go ahead and extend. Left hand forward, thumbs up. Right foot back, shoelaces down. Lift those limbs, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And left elbow, right knee touch. Extend, lengthen, and balance. Touch. Don't let the right foot touch the floor. Lengthen and balance. Touch, last time. Lengthen and balance. Replace. Child's pose. Now for my favorite. So I'm going to use my towel, grabbing on, sliding forward, forehead remains down. Puppy dog pose. You know, like when dogs want to play, little puppies want to play, their chin's down and their butt up in the air. So if you can't get your chin down, go ahead and put your forehead down. And sit back, child's pose. Spread your knees apart. Open up that groin. Take deep breaths, relax your groin. Sink deep and see if you can move one knee out just a little bit more, and relax. Walk your elbows forward. Open up those knees just a little bit more. So now, my hips are in line with my knees, allowing that pelvis to drop closer to the floor. Let gravity do the work. Don't force it. Now walk your hips north of your knees. Let's see if you can bring them all the way down. Or a little bit more. If not all the way, just try to get a little bit more down closer to the floor. I'm like Jake the lab. You know Jake the dog? He likes to lay like this. Let's do 2 more big breaths before we get out of it. Okay. Ever so carefully. Slide those legs together, remain on your belly. Or lower yourself to your belly if you're not on your belly yet. All the way. Wiggle your hips, relax those hips, relax your groin. Right hand to a clock. Take that shoulder, roll it towards the floor. Bend your left knee, and you're going to roll over. Put that left foot on the other side. I always get a nice little clap, clap, clap right down here. Open up that chest. Stretching the right side of your chest, the right shoulder, bicep. Center. Switch sides. So now your left hand at 10 o'clock. Take that shoulder forward, bend the right knee, and roll it back. Again, rotating the spine in the opposite direction. Stretching the chest, shoulder, bicep. And on your stomach. Push back, child's pose. On your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under. Push back, down. We're going to go into downward facing dog, but it's going to be quick, okay? So if you're not good at this, I still want you to give it a shot. Toes under, down dog. Push with the heels of the hands, press those heels downward. Ears between the biceps, tail lights to the sky. We're going to pick up our right foot with momentum, swing your right knee forward between the hands. See, that wasn't so bad. Now, go ahead and put your right butt cheek down. Use your left hand to move that right foot forward. Now you're going to put your left hip bone on top of the right foot. Take that left foot and scooch back. Watch how I'm going to use my foot to pull me back, like 1, maybe 2 inches. I have little feet, so 1 inch. And straighten those elbows. Press the ribcage up. Your back leg, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. And I promise you it's going to be quick again. Push the ground away with the heels of your hands. Ears between the biceps. Tail lights up to the sky. And then pick up that left foot and just swing the knee. Use momentum. And bring that knee between the hands. Now, put the left cheek down. Use the right hand to move that foot forward. Now get that right hip bone on top of that left heel. With that right foot, inch a little bit deeper. Straighten those elbows. Back foot, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Push the ground away. Ears between the biceps. Tail lights up to the sky. Heels downward. Lengthening those calves. And plank. If you need to drop to your knees, that's okay. Otherwise, we're going to point the toes, look up to the sky, upward facing dog. So if your knees are on the ground, that's fine. If you're capable of keeping your knees straight, go for it. Just make sure your hands, once again, are active. Don't sink in the rib cage. Keep pushing the ground away, opening the chest. Back muscles are active. Stretching the abdomen, extending the spine, opening the chest, opening up the hip flexors. Knees down, child's pose. Hands by our hips, palms to the sky. Come on up, sitting on your heels. And we're going to take it to our backs. So sit. Carefully lower yourselves down, one vertebrae at a time, and then bring one leg up at a time. Grab onto your kneecaps, circle to the right. Mobilizing that low back. Reverse. Hold it center. Right foot down. Put your left foot across. Opposite hand is knee. Bring both knees over to the right. Keep your left shoulder grounded. Turn your head, look at your left hand. Use your hands and bring your knees back to center and switch. Opposite hand is knee, bringing both knees over to the left. Turn your head and look over to your right hand. Keep both shoulders grounded. Open your knees apart, bottom of your shoes together, arms out to the side, palms up to the sky. Relax your hips, relax your low back, relax your face, eyes are closed. Relax your jaw and let your lips slightly part. Relax your chest and let your shoulder blades sink into the mat. Relax your low back. Let your knees open up, opening up those hips. Focus your breath, belly to the sky as you inhale. Flatten the abdomen and contract the ribcage as you exhale. 3 times. Slowly bring one knee up to the sky first, feet grounded, then the other knee, and extend one leg out on the floor, the other leg out. Both arms overhead, stretch, tips the fingers to the tips of the sky. Roll over to one side. Curl into a ball or 90-degree angle. Push yourselves up. Crisscross applesauce. Sit up nice and tall. Grab those shins. Inhale, look up to the sky. Open your throat. Shoulders down, neck is long. And center. Shoulders go back for 3, 2, and 1. Take a deep breath up. Out. Big social distance hug. And I'll see you tomorrow.